Alright, so here we are at my Greenwich Parkway garage, which as you can see behind me, houses most of my police vehicles. I spent over $32 million buying all 14 different police cars, and today I'm going to be showcasing them in order from my least favorite to my favorite. If you want more GTA Online tips, tricks, and walkthroughs, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. It really helps the channel out, and you'll get more content like this in the future. Alright, so starting off at number 14, you can see here behind me the Declassy Park Ranger. And as you can see by my outfit, this is the Park Ranger outfit you get from purchasing the vehicle. It's the Summer Park Ranger outfit. So in order to get this outfit, you have to have purchased this vehicle during the promotional period. So let's take this out for a quick test drive. So the reason this is number 14 is because this doesn't really have that much in the way of customization options. Like, you can change the wheels, you can change the windows, you can change the color. Other than that, as far as cosmetics, that's really it. It's got a decent speed. It's not. It handles pretty well. As you see me just crash into a tree. But all in, it's definitely one of the weaker vehicles. If you are gonna buy it, it's definitely worth doing the trade price. Which to get the trade price, you just need to take photos of 10 different animals for the LS Tourist board. So do that and you'll get this vehicle for the trade price. If you're gonna buy it, honestly, I only bought it for the outfit. So yeah, let's move on to number 13. Alright, so in at number 13, we have the Vapid Unmarked Cruiser, as you can see here. So the reason this is in at number 13 is similar to the Park Ranger. It really doesn't have a whole lot of customization options other than like the wheels, tinting the windows, and then the color of the vehicle itself. It's a pretty decent car. Other than that, like, it handles fairly well. It's got a decent speed. This is another one that if you're going to go for it, well, frankly, any of the police vehicles, if you're going to buy them, I'd recommend getting the trade prices for. This one, all you have to do for the trade price for this one is complete the gangbanger robbery for the salvage yard as a leader, and you'll get the trade price for the unmarked cruiser. So this is not one I'm going to really recommend unless you just like the look of it. I mean, I kind of like the look of it, but other than that, yeah, I just wish it had more customization. Alright, so in at number 12, we have the Bravado Dorado Cruiser. It's the SUV right here. This one actually does have fairly decent customization. It's when we start actually getting into decent customization with them. For the trade price for this one, you just have to complete the dispatch work officer monitored. I crashed. So yeah, complete the dispatch work officer monitor to get the trade price for this vehicle. Again, if you're gonna buy a police vehicle, I wouldn't recommend this one. Most of the ones I'm gonna recommend are gonna be much higher on the list, just because they're a little bit nicer looking and a little bit more fun to drive. This one's not awful, but still, it's definitely not one that I would say you need to have as part of your collection, unless you just really like the police vehicles. And in at number 11, we have the Willard Outreach Faction. And to get the trade price for this one, you have to complete the mission Slow and Low as part of the Lowriders DLC with Lamar. So this is another one. This is actually a pretty nice car. It doesn't have the best handling. It does kind of go all over the place. All in, again, there's much better police vehicles than this, so unless you just want to collect them all, I would say pass on this one, and go with, you know, definitely one of the later ones. Is a much better vehicle and much more fun to drive with better handling, and whose lights don't fly off when you crash. Alright, and at number 10 we have the Bravado Greenwood Cruiser. So to get the trade price for this one, you just have to complete 5 dispatch work. Doesn't matter which ones, just any 5. I actually am a pretty big fan of this car. I just wish it was a little bit faster and handled better. If it did, it would be much higher on the list, because I really do like the style of it. It reminds me of like the old, like 80s style police cars. And yeah, I think it looks, I mean, it's definitely a nicer looking one. Yeah, just as far as handling and overall performance of the vehicle, I would say, again, this is another one that I would pass on unless you just have to have them all. Alright, so in at number 9 we have the Declasse Impaler LX Cruiser. And to get the trade price for this one, you just have to complete the Dispatch Work Civil Disturbance once, and it'll unlock the trade price. This is another one similar to the Greenwood Cruiser that I really like the style and look of it. It reminds me of the old like 80s and early 90s style police vehicles. This one actually is pretty quick and does have a good top speed. It doesn't have the best handling. I mean, compared to some of the other cars, it's decent, but it's really top heavy. And as you can see, when I just tried to make a turn there, it's definitely not the best and not the sharpest at turning and just maneuvering in general. I would pass on this one yet again. Again, if you're trying to collect them all, buy it. If you're not, this is an easy pass. And here at number 8, we have the Vapid Dominator FX Interceptor. To get the trade price for this one, you just have to complete the Dispatch Work Malicious Mischief once. You complete that once, and you'll unlock the trade price for this vehicle. Now this one is really nice. I'm a really big fan of this car. The reason it's not higher on the list, as with some of the other ones, is it doesn't have the best handling, as you can see here. It's definitely better than the ones that are lower on the list, but it's still not the greatest. And as far as doing dispatch work in it, so I've done dispatch work in all of the vehicles at least once. This was not one I was a big fan of just because of the poor handling. You're definitely going to crash a lot more. So all in, this is another one I would pass on. Yeah. Alright, so here we are at my MC Clubhouse for number 7 on the list, and that is the Western Police Bike. And as you can see, it's here behind me, and I am wearing the Summer Highway Patrol outfit. To get this outfit, you need to just purchase this vehicle. And to get the trade price for this one, all you have to do is 3 dispatch work. So any 3 dispatch work, and the trade price is all yours. So this is the only police motorcycle in the game, so it's definitely a lot of fun. It handles pretty well for a motorcycle. It's similar to the Bagger. And speed-wise, it's very nice. I actually really do enjoy using this for dispatch work. It gets you around really nicely, and it gets you in some tight places a little bit easier than others. This is one I actually would recommend once you have the trade price, especially if you're a fan of motorcycles. Yeah, as far as like the cars go, you don't really need as many, but as far as the bike, this is one of the more fun police vehicles to use, and as far as speed and handling goes, it's really nice. And just all in, I would say I would highly recommend this one. It is expensive. It's probably one of the more expensive ones on the list, but if you like motorcycles in general, I would definitely recommend picking this one up. And you get the exclusive outfit for having it as well, so that's a nice little added bonus. Alright, so next up at number 6, we have the Declasse Impaler SZ Cruiser. And to unlock the trade price for this one, all you have to do is the dispatch work possession for sale. You do that mission once, and you'll have the trade price for this. I really like the look and style of this car. And honestly, if it would be higher on the list if not for I like the look and style of the ones higher on the list a little bit more. I would definitely recommend this one if you're only going to purchase 1 or even 2 police vehicles. I would say this one is worth it. It handles really well. It's got decent top speed. It's got a lot of customization, as you can see, and it's just a really nice overall vehicle. So it's definitely one I would recommend if you're interested. Alright, so in at number 5, we have the Vapid Stainer LE Cruiser. To get the trade price for this one, you have to collect a piece of evidence from one of the crime scene random encounters throughout the map. So you have to do that once, and you'll get the trade price for this. Again, this is another one that I'm a big fan of. This is similar to, or at least I styled it after the Sheriff Cruisers from Sandy Shores and Paleto Bay. I really like the look of them, and I like the look of this one a lot. Handling and speed-wise, it's definitely up there for police vehicles. It handles pretty well. It's got a good top speed, and all in, this is a nicer car. Again, if you're only going to purchase one further down the list. But if you're going to purchase two, I would say this is definitely one worth considering. Alright, so in at number 4 we have the Bravado Gauntlet Interceptor. And to get the trade price for this one, all you have to do is complete Slush Fund as part of the Cluckenbell Farm Raid. So the first mission of the Cluckenbell Farm Raid, once. And I didn't mention this, but most of the police vehicles, to get the trade price, you have to have done Slush Fund at least once. But this one doesn't have any other criteria. You just do Slush Fund once, and you get the trade price. This is actually the first police vehicle that I purchased. And I was able to use this one to get a lot of the trade price unlocked for the other ones. This is one I will definitely recommend, as it's the easiest one to get the trade price for, because as long as you've done the Cluckenbell Farm Raid once, you already have it. And as far as looks and style and speed and handling, it's pretty nice. It's definitely one of the ones that I would put higher on my list of, you know, overall performance, and definitely one to consider if you're into police vehicles and are planning on purchasing more than one, or you want to get one to be able to unlock the trade prices for the other one. This would definitely be the one to do that with. Alright, so in at number 3 we have the Canis Terminus Patrol. It's the police jeep right here. To get the trade price for this one, you just need to complete the dispatch work health code violations once, and it will unlock the trade price. Now, at the time of recording, this vehicle is actually free with GTA Plus. So if you have GTA Plus, you can go ahead and down to the Vinewood Car Club, and you can get this vehicle for free. This is, if you have GTA Plus, this is definitely one to get, because A, it's free, and B, you can use it to unlock the trade prices for a lot of the other vehicles. It has fairly decent handling and a good top speed, and it's a Jeep. You can't really go wrong with a Jeep. So yeah, definitely one I'm going to recommend either way, even if you do have to pay for it. Still high on the list of ones I'm going to recommend. It's not the one I would recommend at number 1, but it's definitely up there at probably number 2, if not number 3, for overall recommendations. Alright, so here we are at my bail office for my top 2. And this was tough because I really like both of these vehicles, but at number 2, we have the Coquette D10 Pursuit. So to get the trade price for this one, you just have to complete any 10 dispatch work, and that's it, and then it'll unlock the trade price. This is definitely one of the more expensive ones, but as far as speed, the speed on this thing is incredible. The handling is decent. It doesn't have the best handling, but as far as looks, I mean, it's a Corvette police car. You can't really go wrong. This is the one I would recommend, probably, I would say number 2. This is definitely my number 2 overall recommendation, and that's not just my personal bias because it's my number 2 favorite police car, just as far as like overall style and looks of the car, and you know, if you're going to drive a police car around, it might as well be a Corvette. So yeah, this is my number 2. The only thing keeping this from being number 1 is the one at number 1 is not as fast, but in my opinion has a little bit better handling, and makes doing some of the dispatch work a little bit easier because it lets you know, get there a little bit smoother, and it has a little bit better off-road capability than this does. Alright, and then finally at number 1, we have the Vapid Caracara Pursuit. And again, the reason this is number 1 is, well, A, just look at it. It's an awesome looking truck. But B, as far as all the police vehicles go, this has, I don't know if it has the best handling, but it's definitely up there for handling wise. It's a truck, it has decent off-road capability, so if you do have to go off-road at any point, which there's a couple of dispatch work that'll take you out of the city that you can definitely end up off-road, this one is great for that. Speed-wise, it's decent. It's definitely not the fastest vehicle, but it is up there for speed. And so again, style, it's almost unmatched as far as how cool it looks. It's got a lot of customization options. It's got a lot of cool liveries. You can make it look like a police car. You can make it look like a park ranger vehicle. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do with it. And just overall, this is definitely my number one. So to get the trade price for this one, you have to do the dispatch work obstruction of justice once. Do that, and you will get the trade price for this bad boy. And again, this is the one I'm going to recommend number one. Even without the trade price, I would say this is worth it. This one and the D10 and the Terminus, I would say, are the three that are worth it, even without the trade price. If you want to get a police vehicle, those would be the three that I would recommend. That I would recommend primarily. But yeah, that's it. That's, again, it was $32 million spent on all 14 of these police vehicles. Will I say money well spent? No, but I definitely, it was definitely fun to purchase them all and modify them and do dispatch work with all the different vehicles. It was definitely a lot of fun, and I would say, definitely worth doing if you are into the dispatch work. Right now, at the time of this recording, it is on 2x pay and 4x pay if you have GTA Plus, so it's definitely worth doing at least right now. You're going to get, with GTA Plus, you're going to get 100k per. But yeah, that's going to about do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like and subscribe button. It helps the channel out a great deal, and I will catch you guys in the next one.